Please come up, or our guests are waiting. We can't afford to keep them. Uh, Hi, Grace.
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, that's great. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
You're looking very
So,
beautiful. It is this your beauty? No.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Our wonderful speck, our beautiful speck all over.
Grace, don't do this. Grace, don't do this, please.
I
Don't,
wish
don't,
before.
don't. Let's see. Let's just go into the business of today, please. Don't
Okay.
hype me
All
too
right.
much. Because my head will just.
Okay then.
All right, let's do.
All right, everybody, you are welcome to this very special edition of Beyond the Wheels. On Beyond the Wheels today, I have this very beautiful, as you can see, she's very beautiful. Yes, our spec. I have here with me on Beyond the Wheels, I have Judith Ojonugwa Matthew. Judith is a very wonderful person. Seriously, she is like, I don't know how, but she's amazing. She's wonderful. And on this edition of Beyond the Wheels, she'll be telling us about herself, the foundation, and sickle cell. Yes, sickle cell. So Judith, you are welcome to Beyond the Wheels. Good to have you on the.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me go
Thank
to
you.
the
Thank you so much.
question, and it is that can you please introduce yourself to us?
Oh, okay. Hi, guys. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on Beyond the Wheels. I'm so excited, and I won't take this privilege for granted. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Um, my name is Judith, and I live with sickle cell. And I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a sickle cell advocate. I'm what else? What else should I say?
Everything about you, everything
Okay.
about you. Just say it.
No, no. Let me just stop here. Let me not blow it. Let me just stop
Okay,
here.
okay. So let me say one of those things I know about you is that you have a foundation. Can you
Yes,
tell
I
us,
do.
first of all, tell us about the foundation, and then I'm going to ask you about what led to the founding of the foundation.
All right. I founded Judith Ojonugwa Sickle Cell Foundation in 2019,
Okay.
and that was the same year. Yes, that was the same year I had my surgery, my first ever surgery. I
Okay.
had an a hip, I had a hip replacement surgery, and then trust me, that one is like story for another day. But let me just delve into what Joseph is.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph, like short form is just foundation, but or some persons call it Joseph.
Okay.
But I've been trying so hard to correct them. It's that it's actually Joseph, not
Oh.
Joseph.
Oh.
Joseph,
Yeah.
just
Exactly.
foundation,
Okay.
just foundation, something like that. So it's actually it was birthed to create sickle cell awareness,
Okay.
provide an provide an inclusive world for sickle cell warriors, and lastly, um, provide like good quality healthcare for warriors. Because trust me, we don't have access to quality healthcare in Nigeria. Our healthcare system is that's like a story for another time. But trust me, my NGO is here to stay. My NGO is here to give quality healthcare to sickle cell warriors, provide them with like create awareness. Basically, we create awareness.
Create awareness. Okay. So can you tell us what led to the founding of the foundation? What led to it? What inspired you?
Okay. Just like every other NGO we have in Nigeria, we have that of the sickle cell, we have for cancer, we have for HIV, we have for diabetes. We have several NGOs in Nigeria, but my NGO is particular about sickle cell because Nigeria records the highest number of sickle cell warriors in the world. And so, as part of these things, we saw it that since Nigeria records the highest number, what are we going to do? Because I live with sickle cell, I and several other people or persons that live with sickle cell. What can we do? Trust me, all hands needs to be on deck
Okay.
for this like enlightenment. We need to create a massive enlightenment. So what led to it is that we saw the need. There was actually a need. There was actually a need to do this. So that's how we stepped in. Just like every other NGOs, like I said, to create sickle cell awareness. So that's actually what led to Joseph. And the fact that I live with sickle cell, I am using my voice, I'm lending my voice to speak out that people should actually know their genotype so as to reduce the number
Okay.
of carriers we have in Nigeria.
All right, that's great. Okay, so let me just tell you this that seriously speaking, there is this very special thing about you. I appreciate the fact that you you are living so much. You are living beyond sickle cell. God is helping you to live beyond sickle cell. Like you have this very bright life, very bright face. Like there is nowhere to go to that we don't get attached to this light of yours. You are so, and this all helping to encourage other people who are into one nation or the other. Now, can you really tell us about Judith? Tell us about Judith. Like, who is Judith? We want to know you. Like, we want to know the angel in you. We want to know you. So please tell us about Judith. Tell us how it works for you to smile, even in the midst of everything. Tell us how it works for you to encourage other people and to still support people, to support sickle cell warriors, to support them to get their drugs, to get things done. You still do these things even while you are in it. So tell us about it.
Okay. I just want to say that God has been merciful, God has been gracious. Like anything we want to do in life, if we don't put God first, I don't think that thing would make it would become like, how would I put it now? It's going to be successful. Let me put it that way.
Hmm?
So in the midst of all this whole thing, in the midst of this storm, I have decided to maintain a positive mindset towards life. Trust me, you don't want to know how I live each day of my life. And I'm not the only one because I don't want to be selfish. I have a couple of friends. Some of them are live here. Some of them are like was well scattered around.
Okay.
Trust me, living with sickle cell is I don't know. Like living in Nigeria is hard, and then living with sickle cell in Nigeria makes it triple times harder.
Yeah.
Quote me, triple times harder. So in the midst of all, I've decided to maintain a positive mindset. Trust me, like waking up each day knowing that you have to be on routine drugs
Mm-hmm.
like for the rest of your life, waking up each day knowing that you don't have a life of your own, you don't have a personal savings to yourself because anytime sickle cell crisis might just set in and boom, you need to be taken to the hospital or the clinic or something. So it's a lot. It's a
Great.
lot. So I owe it to God. I owe it to God for giving me the strength to carry on despite the whole challenges. I was two sickle cell warriors rather in my family. I lost my elder sister at age 5. You don't want to imagine like having to lose a loved one, a dear one at that tender age, and it's all on sickle cell. Like my sister was always in and out of the hospital. Trust me, we spent a whole lot. just to make sure. If money could actually bring her back, we would have, trust me. But then again, money can't buy life. God
Yeah,
gives life. So
exactly.
that's it. Yeah.
Great. Great, 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 great. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. We celebrate you every day, every day, every time. Okay, so I don't know, but I need to ask you this question. From the strength and courage you are giving us, I want to ask you now. There are so I want you to talk to parents with children with sickle cell now outside. You are a graduate by God's grace and you are a seven core member. Great. Okay, so in a world where people do not believe that, or maybe they believe that where you sow you should reap, like they expect that. So for parents who are having children with sickle cell, will you advise them to invest in these children or not?
Yes. I would strongly advise that parents or caregivers should actually invest in us. Okay, take for like I want to use myself as an example.
Yeah.
Like just like you said, you introduced me rightly. You said I am a graduate, I'm a serving corps member. That who would have ever imagined that I would get to this level? Like nobody. It goes out to say that with sickle cell you can be anything you want to be. I
Mm.
have a friend here, the medical doctor with 2 degrees. His life here, and he's a sickle cell carrier.
Mhm.
Yes. So like I have lots of them. I have lots of them. I have Phoebe. I have Imabong. I have lots of warriors who are thriving. So for parents who have sickle cell warriors as a child or as a cousin or as a nephew or whatever, you really need to invest because trust me, just like every other normal child or children, we
Mhm.
can be great. We can be great. So it is expedient that parents should actually invest in us. Because for goodness sake, nobody knows tomorrow.
Exactly.
Nobody knows. The child you're thinking that this person would amount to something might not actually become anything. And this other child that you've actually stigmatized, you've actually called that he can't amount to anything, might actually be the breadwinner of the family. So I don't see any reason. A child is a child regardless, even if the child lives with sickle cell anemia, even if the child lives with cancer or diabetes or whatever. A child should always be treated as a child, never to be discarded.
Okay, great. So do you think your voice is getting to the top? I mean, because there is a need to do more. There is a need for this awareness. And asking the question that if your voice is getting to the top, is this voice of yours getting to the top place it should get to for us to get more awareness on sickle cell? Now, I mean the government. Do you think they are making any provision to help people or to make provisions for people with sickle cell?
Okay, let me answer the first question. Do I think my voice is heard? Like, I want if I can scream on top of my voice to the end of the world, I would actually do that. I feel that I am not there yet, but I did try. I beg. Come on, come on, come on.
Yeah.
I've done a whole lot.
Because
I've done
I've
a
been
whole
hearing the
lot.
voice, so I know it is getting there. Yeah, I know.
But not there. But like I want to emphasize that we are not there yet, but
Okay.
we are trying. We are trying to lend our voice all out so that sickle cell awareness can be heard, just like every other diseases in Nigeria. Sickle
Okay.
cell awareness should thrive. And then I want to be honest. I feel that the government is not doing enough. Like, trust me. Take, for instance, the hospital. We warriors, we don't even get access to good quality healthcare. We don't. And sometimes, the way these nurses and doctors treat us, like, there was a time I came into the hospital, like, I was having serious crisis, but it wasn't visible. Like I wasn't crying, I wasn't rolling. I just came that I'm having crisis. So they looked at me. first off, I don't pass out as a sickle cell warrior. Like, if anytime I introduce myself that I am a warrior, people tend to be like, you don't look it. So I don't know how I'm going to carry the sickle cell badge on my forehead that I am a warrior. I don't know how to write it. So that day, I was in serious crisis. I came into the hospital that I am in crisis. They looked at me. They were like this person is not serious. So they expect to see a person who is rolling on the floor or a person who is crying. Like, that is how they look at us. Like, we are weak, we are vulnerable, we can't do anything. So this is how they picture us. But it's not actually like that. We can be having crisis and then we can just come and say, okay, my leg is paining me, my hand is paining me, my stomach. And then we demand that you attend to us. We demand that you give us the necessary drugs that is expected as at that time. Not just shove us aside or not just make us feel like because we are not crying, that means the pain is not serious. Sometimes they will even ask, like, they will even say, why are you shouting? You are disturbing. Like, are you serious? I told a particular nurse one day that if you can walk in my shoes for 2 minutes, if you can, come back and come and tell me. And she was just dumbfounded, like she couldn't just say anything. She was just stuttering and then she left. And I'm like, because you can't do this thing. Like, we living with sickle cell is just like it's just like we are like a cat with 9 lives, because every time crisis comes, it knocks you off. It makes you think. It makes you. I don't know. I don't just know. I don't know how to put it. But living with sickle cell, trust me, it's not easy. And then what I want the government to do is they should actually join us. Like, all hands should be on deck to make sure that sickle cell awareness is noised abroad. Like, for goodness sake, Nigeria records the highest number of sickle cell births every year, 150,000 births, like sickle cell warriors. So what can we do to eradicate this thing? I feel genotype screening should be made compulsory, if possibly free. Just like how condoms are given for free. Some persons come out to say pads, sanitary pads should also be given to the girls for free. The same way we in the how would I put it? We living with sickle cell, we are coming out to say that, please, government should make this screening exercise free and compulsory. Anything you want to do, where is your genotype? Where is your genotype result? So that they would know, and then people would actually know that, okay, I live with sickle cell. I know now that if I want to get married, I should try to get married to a man or a guy who has the AA genotype. I shouldn't go for the AS genotype. I shouldn't go for the AC genotype or for an SS genotype like me. I shouldn't do that. So if all of these things is in place, trust me, by 2030, trust me, it's going to drastically reduce, because my NGO is working hand in hand with all of the 17 SDG goals that we have. We have 17 of them, and we're particular about SDG 17, like partnership for the goals. We intend to partner with several other NGOs, because the truth is we can't do it on our own. We can't say we are the best, so that means no. We're going to be two by August. Just Foundation is going to be 2 years old, and then a whole lot needed to have been put to place. But like I said, we are not there yet, but we're actually working towards an inclusive world for sickle cell warriors.
Okay, so let me tell you one thing I actually appreciate about you. It is the fact that you are able to come out and tell the world that you live with sickle cell.
Thank you.
Exactly. Because, there is the general thinking is that when you have a kind of a challenge, you should keep it to yourself. And
Exactly.
In a way where in a situation where you try to avoid people, maybe you're trying to make people come around you, you don't want to tell them what you're going through. So, Judith, can you first tell other people who are having the same challenge to please speak out and not let they are?
Okay, I want to start by saying that for me, it took a whole lot of courage for me to come out to say I live with sickle cell. Trust me, I
Yeah.
didn't just I didn't plan it. Like life actually happened to me. It actually started 2019 when I had my surgery. Like people didn't even believe when I came out to say I live with sickle cell. People were like, all my friends they were like, "Are you serious?" Because I never really talked about it. So let me say it was my situation that prompted the need for me to speak out. Okay, it's okay for a warrior to come out and share their sickle cell story. It's okay for them to do that. But in another sense, if you're a warrior and you don't want to share your sickle cell story, trust me, it's fine.
Good.
Nobody should force any warrior to come out and talk about themselves because it takes a whole lot. Because coming out to say you live with sickle cell makes you vulnerable to a lot of things. I know a whole lot of times that I get to be stigmatized. Trust me, even with this, beyond this pretty face, smart head you see, I have gone through a lot. I've been through a whole lot, trust me. And it's not I can't just come out all the time to say that this is okay, this person stigmatized me, that person did this, that person said awful things to me. I can't come out to say that. So I have to bottle everything up because I have made myself vulnerable. I have taken a whole lot of shit from people. People
Mm,
sometimes want to do something even at our workplace, they don't get to give us the position that we deserve because they
yeah.
feel that we are weak. Sometimes we will not come to work, so they'll rather prefer to give it to a person who is fit. They consider us as weaklings. So in workplace, we are stigmatized. In school, we are stigmatized. In our society, generally speaking, the society play first of all from the immediate surrounding, your background, your family, they have a great role to play because and then you of course, you living with sickle cell, you have to tell yourself you can do this. With sickle cell, you can be anything you want to be. I think I had that what's it called now? Like that positive mindset, that ginger from an early stage
Oh
because
Lord.
I saw yes, I saw what my elder sister was going through. Like I said, she was always in and out of the hospital. At that age, I didn't really know the word sickle cell. At age 5, I didn't really know it is sickle cell. But I just knew that my sister had this yellowish eyes, big head, thin limbs and arms, big stomach, and then she wasn't fine, she wasn't looking fine. So, and I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really know the word sickle cell. But as I grew older, my mom told me that what your sister is having, that is who you are. But in my own case, I didn't look it like I was far different from my sister. I never had any of the sickle cell habits. Like what I mean by habits is sickle cell traits. I never had it. I never had yellowish eyes. I never had big head or big stomach or thin limbs and arms. I never had it. So in my own case, it is smooth. Like I could come out to make shakara, do anything I want to do, but
Exactly.
trust me, trust me, the stigma is not it's not a good one, trust me.
Oh yeah. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm here.
Okay, so great. If you keep talking, I'll keep asking you lots of questions. So let me just go to the next question we have. Let me just go to the next question
Okay.
I have here for you. Okay, and it is that what are the challenges you face from people and society as a sickle cell person? Let me ask you this. Let me just make it very simple for you. Like for me, I live with a disability and it is so
Yeah.
blessed because I have my forearm crutches. So you can easily know that I live with a disability. So when I'm walking on the street, some people be like, oh, sorry, sister, what happened? And oh, but they start asking you questions. So for you now, how do you deal with those negative emotions from people?
Like I said, the truth of the matter is only you know where the shoe pinches.
Yeah.
For a person living with sickle cell, only you know where the shoe pinches. So
Mhm.
it is expedient that you carry your head up high. I always tell myself that I am a queen. I
Oh
should carry
yeah.
my crown. Like
Oh
my
yeah.
crown never fall. Like
Eh?
if you see me, like I am so vain. Trust me, I am so vain. I tell myself you are beautiful, you are smart, you are intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even look at what people say. I don't look at the valid. I don't like people giving me validations. Like I don't like it. I tell myself what I want to hear. So sometimes if I go out in the midst of maybe in a gathering now, I know I am the special one among them. That's what I tell myself. I'll be like Judith, no matter what, you are the special one among them. Don't let anybody belittle you. Don't let anything they say get to you. As a matter of fact, first date question, if I go out, whether you are asking me out or we just like first date question for me, my name is Judith. I live with sickle cell. Like I say it all the time that people now know it is my ringtone. I make it like my ringtone. I'm not ashamed to talk about myself. So whenever I go out and people want to give me this self-pity thing, I'm like, hell no, you don't do that to me. You don't. I already know who I am. I already know what I need. Sickle cell is not a death sentence. I'm not dying anytime soon. So for you having your crutches on, trust me, you are not the only lady with the crutches on. There's a lady here. She's live here. Her name is Mercy Kings. Like, yes, she's here. She works with crutches too. Like, she has one leg and she's serving. She's a copper. She's doing amazingly well. I have Marianne. I have Marianne 7049. Like she's an amputee. She's a mother. She's currently carrying the second child. Like she has an amazing husband. I have another one, Doris. Doris is my best friend. She has an NGO, Doris Smile Foundation. She's doing amazingly well. Like trust me, a whole lot of people with disability. And there's another guy. He's my Facebook friend. His name is Greg. Greg Simon. He did what's it called? Like a picture frame for Woli Arole, and he went viral. A lot of persons supported him and all that. Like, trust me, you are not the only lady having to work with crutches. As a matter of fact, I used a walking aid. I stopped using it because I didn't like the way people were always telling me, oh, sorry, oh, don't fall, do you need help? I didn't like all of those things. If not, I have a walking stick, I have a walking aid. I move with it about because of my leg. So you need to always tell yourself that you can do it, irrespective of what the society is saying to you. Just yourself, pick up your crown, wear it, walk head, your shoulder up high, and then trust me, you're on track.
Thank you. So I need to walk like a queen now. Wherever you see me, call me Queen Grace.
You need to walk like a queen, girl. You need to trust me.
Yes,
You need to.
I'm the special one.
You
I am.
are special. You
Yeah.
are.
Thank you so much, Judith. So I have
You're
two more
welcome.
questions for you. And
Okay.
it says, what is your take on genotype standing as one of the major consideration for marriage proposal? What is your take on genotype standing as one of the major consideration for
Yeah.
marriage proposal?
The need to have your genotype done cannot be overemphasized. Like intending couples should try by all means to know their genotype. Don't forge your genotype. Like I know of a person that he knew he was AS and he knew his partner was AS and they still went ahead. Like he had to forge it so that they write AA so that he'll get married to the girl because he feels he loves her. But the truth of the matter is, love cannot sustain the marriage.
Yeah.
What will eventually, if they both give birth to a child, a boy or a girl that has sickle cell, like, would the love still stand? So I
Mm.
feel that genotype screening should be compulsory if you want to get married, if you're looking for a job, if you want to do anything, they should just make it compulsory. My stand on it, just like every other test, your HIV, your hepatitis, your whatever, see, what's it called now? Genotype should be the first thing you do. Know your genotype. We can't, we don't know how to actually preach it again. Like we're preaching, know your genotype, know your genotype. People need to listen, people need to hear, and so they'll do the right thing.
Oh, so great. So it is very important to know our genotype before going into any marriage proposal.
Yes.
Okay, so Judith, this is my final question for you today. And this
I don't want us to go. I'm actually enjoying this live
oh,
session. Trust me.
really? Me, I'm enjoying seeing the beautiful face. Like, oh, God is good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so like you said, you mentioned God as your strength in one of the questions I asked you. And this is it now. Can you describe God's strength made perfect in your weakness?
Yes, a whole lot of times God came through for me. I won't lie. Like he was always there for me. Each day of my life, waking up each day, I say a silent prayer. Like I just tell God I love you.
Mm,
Like I just tell him I love you. Like I love you come effortlessly from my mouth because I love God. I love him. He has been my rock. He has been everything. I lost my mom at age 10. I lost my sister at age 5. I lost my mom at age 10. And then having to be all by yourself. I have a dad, but he cannot take the place of my mom because my mom was my best friend. My mom was my confidant. My mom was everything you can actually think of. My mom taught me how to take my drugs. So at that tender age of 10, I already know everything, like all my drugs. I know what to do. I know I have to avoid, I need to look out for my triggers because you need to balance it. You need to make sure you balance it. Cold
yeah.
weather, hot weather, just balance it. Take lots of water, take a lot of vegetables, do light exercises. Like just just do the thing that wouldn't trigger your crisis. So at age 10, I already knew about it. So I developed this self-confidence that okay, even without a mother, I can do it. And then I did it. I had supportive siblings, like trust me. Even while I was in the hospital during my surgery, my elder sister was by my side 247. So trust me, it was just amazing. So God, are you there? Hello? Okay. I think it's the network. Let me wait up a bit. Okay, let me invite you back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry, I lost her there, so I'm trying to add her back. Okay.
Hello, Judith.
I'm so sorry, I lost you there. So I tried to, yeah.
Do we have that one saved?
I don't know. Oh, it's gone.
Oops.
Is it gone?
It's gone.
Ah, what a cry! It's fine.
Don't worry.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So we need to put this out to everybody. So do you mind I go through my questions
All
again?
right, it's fine. It's fine. Let me just drop.
Oh Lord, say no to network issues now.
All right.